Ladies and gentlemen, race fans from all around the world, tonight we celebrate a dream. One man, one crazy idea, a vision so wild people laughed, shook their heads and said, that'll never work. But Wayne Bridges didn't back down. No, he said, let's take asphalt cars and run them on dirt. They said he was out of his mind. They said it couldn't be done. But guess what? Bam! Here we are! Welcome to Wayne's World Racing Series, now proudly known as the S Series. Yeah, that's right, asphalt street stocks on dirt. Where drivers strap into these pavement beasts and sling them sideways through the clay. This is the wildest, craziest, most heart-pounding show you'll ever see. And you're watching it on BobbethTV, called by the voice himself, the one and only Bob. These dirt warriors are throwing asphalt muscle like it's nothing. Slide jobs, door slams, and chaos from green flag to checkers. Who's your pick? Who can tame the ass and take the crown this year? Buckle up, race fans, because tonight history writes another chapter. Started with a dream, just a wild, crazy plan. Wayne Bridges stood tall, said, I know I can take those asphalt cars, put them on the clay, they all laugh. But look at us today! Welcome to Wayne's World, let's light it up. Dirt flying high, no giving up. From the blacktop kings to the clay track fight, S Series, baby, this is your night. This is your night. Pavement beasts throwing tails in the dirt, roosters flying and the engines hurt. Bob on the mic calling every turn as those tires spin and the clay roads burn. Welcome to Wayne's World, let's light it up. Dirt flying high, no giving up. From the blacktop kings to the clay track fight, S Series, baby, this is your night. This is your night. They said he was crazy, said it couldn't be done. But Wayne lit the fuse, and we all saw the sun. Now the dirt explodes, hear that battle cry. Take the ass or kiss that dream goodbye. Welcome to Wayne's World, let's light it up. Pavement beasts in the dirt, what's up? From the blacktop kings to the clay track fight, S Series, baby, this is your night. This is your night. Wayne Bridges, you mad genius, you did it. This is the S Series, baby, and it ain't going anywhere.
All right, BobbethTV is live. You know what that means. We've got another episode of Mud Mule TV coming your way. We've got the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's double header of racing. Night 2 of 3. We started off the racing week with the Grease Monument Dirt Street Stocks and the Cape Plumbing European Modifiers. That was yesterday. Today, it is the Wayne's World Arse Racing Series, the Shuler Racing Series. Some great races coming your way today. We're in Brandon, USA for the Huset Speedway for the Asphalt Street Stocks here. Let's get down to the track. Let's have a look at some time, see how everyone is doing. Smash some breakfast down as well. So just the 9 cars registered today. Mike Mixon, Chris Sanders, Brett Vanderwood, Wayne Bridges, Brian Angel, Travis McDonald, yesterday's winner, Dawson Potter. Congratulations, son. Mike Davis and Tom Land. Minute, less than a minute to go before practice. Okay. Oh, that's good. It's even creepy because it comes through my headphones all delayed. Whoever that was, thank you. Let's get my screen set up probably so I can see that stuff. Okay, football. Good luck, fellas. Stuck at work next 2 days. Harper in the chat. Welcome in, brother. Harper with the jump scare. Of course it was. Of course it was, Harper. That's not working anymore. Let's go through all that and fix it. Alright, looks like Brian Angel, thanks for the like there. Appreciate you. Also Donald Potter and Andy and Jamie Hunt for the follows earlier today. Appreciate that. We're going to get on over to qualifying now and get this first lot of races set up. Wayne Bridges, Brian Angel, Mikey Mixter, Dawson Potter, all out there trying to get some times on the board as quickly as possible. Mikey Mixter 13.206. Oh well. Here we go. We got so we had a 13.195, but then the 12 started flowing in. 12.774 Brian Angel. Mikey Mixter's managed to get that up to a 13.074. 12.903 for Wayne Bridges. Oh, that cop's hot. Alright, while we're just doing qualifying, I forgot I haven't grabbed my drink. Give me a second. All right, so it looks like Yoda Outlaws, Brian Angel, 12.707 is our quick time for tonight, 12.783 and 12.793. The other podium positions, Travis McDonald and Chris Standridge. Then we've got 12.829, 12.870, 12.892, 12.903, 12.924 and 13.012. The only person outside that 13-second mark, our winner yesterday, the UMP Modifieds, Dawson Potter, picked up his very first ever league win. So just join me in congratulating Dawson Potter in, getting that one done. Now most of the cars are qualified. We can sort of have a look at some of the more individual runs. Monday night in the States, Tuesday morning Australian. How is everyone? Did they have a good start to the week? I know Monday's not really over for the Americans, but the day is done. We're at the evening time, so hopefully you had a good day. Let us know in the chat who you're here to watch. Make sure they get highlighted. Dawson may still have a lap or two left in him. Not a lap or two, because I think they only get 2 laps to qualify, so he might have a lap left in him, but just sitting there. All right, looks like qualifying is done and dusted. It's going to be 2 heats. Inside line at first, outside line will be decided with the second heat. Just 9 drivers here at Huset Speedway for the Wayneswood Arse Racing Series. This one should be a quick one, but it's still a good one. There's our grid. Excellent. All right, Brian Angel will be on the front row alongside Chris Standridge. Behind Brian Angel will be his teammate Brett Vanderwood from Yoda Outlaws with Mike Davis alongside him. KHR's very own Dawson Potter will be on that third and final row with lane choice. Inside line to be decided. Alright, heat 1. 6 laps, Huset Speedway. Wayneswood Arse Racing Series. About to get underway. Go and racing. Brian Angel, Brent Vanderwood, the Yoda Outlaws boys, seem to be getting up into the top 2 spot. Chris Standridge, a little bit of door-to-door contact there with one of them. Dawson Potter came through. Looked like he might have got a bit of a tap in at the rear from Chris though and set up into the wall. Davis, Christian, they're going to have a little bit of a back and forth as well as the caution comes out. Alright, last time around the track, we'll get heat 1 back underway. It's going to be the final 2 laps. Green, white, checkered finish. What's happened? Why is it paused? What happened to the race? How did the race pause? Alright, here we go. I'm not sure what happened there. 2 laps. See, the race extended out to 7 laps. White flag lap. Brian Angel, Mike Davis, Brett Vanderwood, Dawson, Potter, Chris Standish. This heat 1 has had it all. Brian Angel gets the podium start in the feature. We will just quickly jump up to the Racing Series points and just see who won last week, who's our points leader. So Chris Standish, Travis McDonald, and Alan Hunt. So yeah, Yoda Outlaws secures the feature start. Well done, boys. All right, heat 2 is going to be Travis McDonald and Wayne Bridges. Mikey Mixter and Tom land on that second row. 4 cars, 6 laps. Travis very keen to get on out there in the burnout. Where's my camera? Alright, you know the drill, backstretch, there goes the pace truck. The boys are going to fire as they come out of 4. Green flag will drop. These cameras are taking their time keeping up. Let's just switch over to the race cams now. Here we go, the 88, the 92, the 91, the 13. Travis McDonald's going to stay down. That low line really does seem to be the starting run. Dawson, Potter, thank you for the like, brother. Good luck out there in the feature race. Congratulations yet again on picking up that victory yesterday. Oh, caution has come out. Tom land on that one by the looks of it. Doesn't seem to be anything on the telemetry for it. Might have to do a GoFundMe or a fundraiser soon. I've really got to get this chair replaced. This is terrible. Got an old office chair that's just dead. Both heats have had cautions. Both heats extended out that extra lap. I wonder if that's a bit of foreshadowing for our feature race. The 92 and the 13 side by side, but the 13 got a little bit low on the burn, had to let up a bit. He's fallen back to the 3rd and 4th place battle with Tom Land now. Bridges up in 2nd spot. Wayne Bridges is the Wayne of Wayne's World's Arse Racing Series. Oh, a high five. I thought Travis had spun out there, but no, that was the end of the race. I forget sometimes that happens. All right, let's have a look at those official results, though. It's going to be Mikey Mixter in 4th, Tom Land 3rd, 2nd, Wayne Bridges, Travis McDonald in 1st. We didn't actually have a look at the results for Heat 1. That's how slack I was. Heat 1's results, Dawson Potter for KHR in 5th, Outcast Racing's Chris Standridge in 4th, Yoda Outlaws Brett Vanderwood 3rd, Mo Digging Murphy's Mike Davis in 2nd, and Brian Angel for Yoda Outlaws in 1st. And there's the hiccups. All right, we're going to have Dawson Potter and Mikey Mixter front row, Chris Standridge and Tom Land 2nd row, Brett Vanderwood and Wayne Bridges 3rd row. 4th row is going to be Mike Davis and Travis McDonald. Brian Angel will be on that 5th and final row. A 5-lap Cruisey battle, 2 twin main events here tonight. Oh, big crash straight up Chris Standridge. And I think the 8, Brett Vanderwood. Yeah, it was. So we'll just stay on the static cams for now as they reset. Actually, that gives me a chance to do something. Give me one moment, guys. Alright, so sorry about that. I thought I'd be back in a much quicker time, as we are now on lap 6 of 25 for this Cruisey. Alright, I'm sorry to do this, guys. The commentary will resume, will return shortly. Alright, and we are back. I am so sorry about that, guys, as we get to the white flag of the Cruisey lap. Tom Land, our race leader. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. That was, yeah, I just had to step away briefly for a bit of extended time. That is our constellation done. Let's get the results. Get back on track. All right, Mikey Mixter in 9th, Travis McDonald 8th, Christian Troutcast Racing in 7th, Mike Davis from Murdig Mafia 6th, Dawson Potter 5th, Brian Angel and Brett Vanderwood at Yoda Outlaws drivers in 3rd and 4th, 4th and 3rd respectively. Wade Bridges 2nd and Tom Land in 1st. That takes us over to our first of 2 feature races. Let's get that grid set up. It's going to be on the front row, Mikey Mixter, Travis McDonald, Chris Andrew, Mike Davis in that second row. Third row, Dawson Potter and Brian Angel. Fourth row will be Brett Vanderwood and Wayne Bridges. Tom Land will be on that fifth and final row. 25 laps, our feature race. This is the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's second of 3 nights of racing. We started off the racing week with the Reese Monument Dirt Street Stocks and the KP Plumbing European Modifieds. That was last night, or yesterday. And today it is the Wayneswood Arse Racing Series Asphalt Street Stocks on dirt, as well as the Shuler Racing Series non-wing sprint variety. Midgets will be the race one today. That is the coffee done. This truck's going to leave the track. 25 lap feature race is about to begin. So Travis, we got off to the quickest start there. Mike Mixon falling back to second. Mike Davis, Brian Angel, Chris Standridge to 5. Dawson Potter, Brett Vanderwood, Tom Land, Wayne Bridges. Oh, it looks like Mike Davis getting a bit loose, cuffed into Chris Standridge there. Bit of beating and banging with the 8. No, Chris ends up being turned around and flipped over. Does land on his wheels though. And that will bring out our first caution. So we're live back up. Travis McDonald, Mikey Mixter, Brian Angel, Dawson Potter, Tom Land, Wayne Bridges, Mike Davis, Brett Vanderwood, and Chris Standridge. 9 cars. Still plenty of laps to go. Over 20 laps remain in this battle. Look, caution back out as quickly as we got that one started. This one looks like it was Dawson Potter. Nothing in the telemetry though. There's a lot of big mix of stuff, but nothing I can sort of zero in on. We'll try this one. go. Alright, let's get back to our main screen. Sorry, I've just been just received an offer to be a guest panelist on a podcast, pop culture podcast, coming up in the near future. That's awesome. I won't give away any more info than that. We'll leave it as a surprise. But yeah, literally just got invited to be a guest panelist on a podcast. Dawson Potter, Travis McDonald, still the front. No. Travis McDonald and Mikey Mixter are the front row. Bob Brian Angel and Tom Land, second row. Mike Davis and Wayne Bridges on that third row. Brett Vanwood and Chris Everett, fourth row. Dawson Potter on that fifth and final row. Looks like we're off and racing. Lap 6 of 25, still 20 laps to go in this battle. 9 cars in the fight. Travis McDonald, Mike Mixter, Brian Angel, Tom Land, Mike Davis, Brett Vanderwood, Dawson Potter, Chris Sandridge and Wayne Bridges. Watch Tom Land, Motor International driver and owner actually. Racing his way into the top 5 there. He's got Mike Davis behind him in 5th, and you can see the top 3 just ahead of him. Ooh, the Outlaws driver up on the burn. Caution's come out. Looks like it's Chris Standridge. Let's see if we can have a look and see what happened. There he is there, the 22, the black and white 22, the 44 ahead of him. Looks like, can't quite tell who that is, 92, Wayne Bridges, I think, behind him. Oh, a little bit of contact between Dawson and Chris, but Wayne just came in and popped that rear end up on that safety wall. Chris is going to have to tow that. Shot of the backstage here at Huset Speedway. Alright, looks like we're going to go single file on this restart as we come down the backstretch. It's going to be Travis McDonald, Mikey Mixter, Brian Angel, Tom Land, Mike Davis, Brett Vanderwood, Dawson Potter, Wayne Bridges. Chris Standridge unfortunately still in the pit. So just the 8 cars on the track at the moment. So Chris, if there's another caution before the end of the feature, may need a wave around to get back on that lead lap, but we'll see how that goes. McDonald, Mikey Mixter, Brian Angel, Tom Land, Mike Davis, that's the 5. Standridge back on the track to join the 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th place drivers, Brett Vanderwood, Dawson Potter, Wayne Bridges and himself as the 9th, Bob. Should have just ended at the 8th. Just about the halfway mark of this battle. side by side, the 91, the 30. Mikey Mixer, Tom Landis, third and fourth there. Brian Angel just ahead of them. We can see the leader, Travis McDonald, behind them, though. We can see Brian Angel's teammate, Brett Vanwood, Mike Davis, battling it out hard for that fifth and sixth spot. So Mike might have the advantage there now, though. Only single-digit laps remain as we get this green flag run happening. Unfortunately, Chris Standridge 2 laps down. Oh, someone's broken off down to the side there. That's the 7 of Brian Angel, dropping all the way to the rear field with a meatball flag there. That means he has to attend the pits within 2 laps. Too much damage to continue. The black flag with the orange circle. Back to 9th. Chris will move up into 8th place. Almost 2 laps remain. Travis McDonald's got that lead out to about 1.3 seconds over second place Tom Land. There's Mikey Mixture in third, fourth Mad Dog Mike Davis, and we see Yoda Outlaws Brett Vanderwood just behind them in fifth place. There we go. The race is done. That is the Wayneswater Arse Racing Series Huset Speedway round done and dusted. Congratulations, T-Mac, for taking that one out there. Results up on our screen. We've still got about 10 minutes before we throw over to the Shuler Racing Series, but that's not a problem. There he is there, Travis McDonald. I don't have my interview tag. Alright, results are as follows. Yoda Outlaws Brian Angel in 9th. Outcast Racing's Chris Standridge in 8th. KHR's very own Dawson Potter 7th. Wayne Bridges from the Wayneswater Arse Racing Series himself in 6th. Yoda Outlaws Brett Vanderwood in 5th. Modig Mafia's Mike Davis in 4th. Mikey Mixter in 3rd. Motorwear International's Tom Land in 2nd. But T-Mac Travis McDonald gets the job done. Right, let's jump over. Let's open up the interview channel first. I always do that. Open that first before we get in the Discord, Bob. All right, we'll jump in the winner's booth as we await the arrival of Travis himself. Stretch that one out while we're waiting. Oh, we're missing a few results. Looks like the boys just having a bit of a post-race chat. Well, Travis has gotten lost on the way to the winner's booth. It's been a while. No. Oh, hey, Tom. Oh, we're going to do the interviews for Concy and for the feature. Doubles Excellent. All right. Let me just change this over. We'll start with you, Tom, because you did win the Consi Battle, or the first of the two feature races. The cars here, big track, only 9 cars, a lot of real estate, but still a little bit of difficulty with the speed variations, with the momentum losses, things like that. What was it like out there for you tonight, Tom? Oh, no, Tom's gone. All right, I'll switch back to Travis. We don't know.
There he is. There he is.
There he is. All right. I'm not sure if you heard that question there, Tom. But yeah, the only the 9 cars out on the track are a large track. Usually it's not a small track. It's wide. There's a fair bit of real estate. But momentum loss, a bit of contact seemed to be the order of the day. There's a lot of door bashing out there, whether it led to cautions or not. A few green flag runs came out of it as well. But what was your race like? Talk us through the track.
Oh, it was fun. It, a little slick, and you get off the middle and seemed like a little bit slicker, but Travis had it figured out in the main event. The main, I guess.
I like to never figured it out. I am not joking.
Well,
and I don't even know if I had it figured out in the main.
See, that's the thing. And then it's a good point, and something I will talk to you about as well, Travis. But the heats, the first feature, they all had something similar in that because of the size of the track, a lot of the guys were running that mid to low line at the start, especially up the front, the lead car. We saw you do it in your heat, Travis, as well, where you sort of, it seemed to build a lot more speed over a lot less of the track, rather than sort of that high line momentum build. You sort of start low, and once you get to 3 and 4, then you can start your high line. The slick, though, that seemed to be sort of was it it looked like it was more at the apex of the turn, not so much at the entrance of the turns, though. So was that causing any, were you able to sort of set correctly initially, or was it sort of seat of your pants type stuff? That's for you, Tom, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right.
No, it was more seat of the pants, and yeah, the corner entry wasn't slick. It just seemed like the middle was.
Yeah.
And if you hugged around the bottom, you kind of get a good shot off the outside, and once, like in this feature, once I got inside of Mikey, the to the inside of Mikey, we I could just run him, or run away from him. But as soon as I got around him, he was right all over, and I kept thinking he was gonna dive under and pass me.
Yeah, it definitely did, and I think that Mike was just sort of there at the background of Mike Davis. Mad Dog was sort of battling Mikey, so I think, and we've said this to Travis since with the boys in the past, where you almost need to throw him a fiver because the battle that he put on Mikey sort of stopped Mikey from really being able to focus truly on yourself. And also, speaking of that, second on that main feature, top run as well, because obviously you did win the first feature, which made you start at the rear of the field for this one. So to race all the way back up and finish in second spot in the second feature as well, to maximise that, sort of 10 and 9 points basically there for the round. That's some good points building. I had a look at the points to sort of see where everyone was at, but I think we're a couple of weeks behind in terms of the points battle. But it is very close at that stage, especially including yourself, Travis, yourself, Tom. You're up there in 12th 2 rounds ago, but with the way the points have been building, with some of these names that haven't been racing, I feel like once the points are updated, you're going to be closer up near that top 5 sort of mark. Is the R series been a good series for you, Tom? You've enjoyed it?
Oh, it's been a lot of fun. We were just talking about, this is kind of Mikey's brainchild, and wanted to see if they could run them on dirt, and it's just been an absolute blast and having fun, and and we race with such a good group. There's really no jerks, and we kind of get rid of the jerks.
Exactly.
But it's just a lot of fun, and I do want to point out I did start 9th in the first feature because I had to take the UOL. So
you did too. There you go. So back-to-back podium runs there. No, that's insane, and yeah, like
pretty happy.
I've always sort of said that for me, since I've been doing this with you guys, the street stocks have always been, for me, the premier competition. It's been the one that's been the most sortly fought after, and things like that. And then, yeah, this series came along, and it's quickly become, I think Tuesday night has become, well, sorry, yeah, no, Monday night for you guys. Tuesday morning for me. I'm getting my days back to front. Tuesday mornings for me, Monday nights for you, has been my favorite round. I think this combination of the Asphalt Street stuff, so just the R series. I love calling it the R series. And then we're flicking on over to the Shuler Racing series, which is the non-wing variety of sprints, midgets, things like that. It's just it's my favorite thing. Outside of the drivers with this league, is that every season is fresh. Every season's something different. Whether it's something you've done before, it's different. There's always a component to it that's different, and there's always a component to the race that really just puts people out of their comfort zone, and that seems to be the key to getting better. Cars that aren't made for dirt, racing them on dirt, cars that are, generally need wings for aerodynamic purposes to handle. Let's take the wings off of them. It's crazy what you guys do, and you do make it look so easy. There's been a few times where I've jumped on the sim and sort of gone, oh, I'm going to give that a try, go practice run, because these guys, they make it look doable. And no, it's not as easy as you guys make it look. So it's a big testament to the talent on the track there. That you guys can put on a show like this week in, week out, especially in a series that just isn't made for the configuration we're doing it on, and you make it look so good.
It was a lot of fun, and I was trying to catch Travis, and wanted to rough him up a little bit, but he stayed way out there.
He did. He got it. Sorry, no, you go, Trav. You go.
I said I figured he would have caught me because I was sucking at this track tonight.
Well, look, in terms of the last lap count and the best lap count, you did have the slight advantage over Tom, 12.83 to 12.89 best lap, and 13.26 to 13.32 last lap. But yeah, look, that gap a few laps prior was over 1.4, 1.3, 1.4 seconds, so it did look like Tom was trying to bring it back, but. Yeah, I'm sure you will take a first and a second coming from rear field in both rounds. A massive win there, Tom. Now,
absolutely.
Still got the one more race to go. We've got the midgets up next, and then we've got your series tomorrow, the Motor International Limited late models. So best of luck in those two competitions. We'll have you back in the booth anytime that we can. Before we let you go, though, we'll move on to Travis. Friends, family, and sponsors. Who do you need to give a shout out for making the list possible?
Of course, Motoware, and thank you very much for doing what you do for us. Always enjoy rewatching it, and and all the competitors. Like I say, we race with a great group and can't complain.
No, definitely, it is, and like you say, the fat is trimmed fairly quickly, but we've had a run of new people coming in over the last, say, 2 months, and they are settling in. Quite well. The Yoda Outlaws boys, this is their first full season with us. We had I've forgotten his name now, Perotta, I think it was. Jake, is it? And a couple of other new guys joined the league, and it's just, like I say, it's a testament to what you guys do. I've got the easiest job in the world. I sit here, watch and call some racing and get to enjoy it and put it out to the eyes that want to see it. And you're the guys that are attracting that talent, attracting those people that want to come in and race. I think we even had a guy at the Facebook page this morning who was like, I see these posts, I'm in the Facebook group, how do I get into the actual racing? And like I say, for a league that's, well, what I think this is probably our 6th or 7th collection of seasons that we've done with you guys, and it hasn't folded. It just gets better and better. So big ups to you guys and all the admins on the team as well. You've got to pat yourself on the back. You've done an amazing job.
Yeah, and and I don't know what you do Wednesday mornings, or I guess your Thursday mornings, Bob. But I do a race. It's super speedways, stock cars. It's going to be mostly asphalt,
Yep.
But it's just a fun race. No points, no nothing. Just come out and have fun. You're welcome to join us.
Definitely sounds like I do enjoy a super speedway. I will race anything on a super speedway track. It's probably the one configuration I'm the most confident at. So yeah, I think we might see me on the track this in a couple of days.
That would be awesome.
Awesome. No, I look forward to doing it. And I'll try to stay away from you, Tom, while we're on the track. No. If you haven't heard the word, I haven't heard the phrase "the missile" in a long time. Actually, I miss John. I think that's what I said. I said it was John that brings it out of you because whenever John's not around, you seem to just race. I think it's him
He and I have a lot of fun racing.
We miss you, John. Come back soon, brother. Hope you get your internet and computer figured out. All right, Tom, we'll let you go get ready. The new session is just about to open up, so we'll try and wrap up with Travis as well, so you guys can get enough time on the track to practice, stretch legs, get a drink, check in with the crew chief, and all of that. But congratulations on the run tonight, man. Best of luck with all the rest of them.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was Travis. Travis, that wasn't Travis. That was Tom Landbob, winner of our first feature and second in our second feature. Basically, we could almost declare Tom the winner of tonight's round in terms of points because he did take out maximum points. I don't think you finished second in the first round, did you, Travis?
No, I touched a wall. I can't remember. Mikey disappeared and landed in the center of my car.
Oh, no.
And I touched Dawson and we hit the outside wall there right by the flag stand. And after that, my car just, I don't know, it didn't handle the same, which Tom probably said I was sandbagging. Like 4 laps to go, engine overheated. So I had to back out, keep from blowing it. And of course, that let, I think, Chris and Davis around me.
Yeah.
Like I went to 4th gear. It didn't help it cool any. It just buried it more. So I went back to 3rd and tried to run like half throttle. But even Tom would tell you, half throttle, 3/4 in these cars at this track tonight was not going to keep you up front by no means. I mean, I had to stick it in at the last feature there to even stay where I stayed. Like I was running it hard. And my light didn't come on the second race at all. But so, the cautions may have helped. I mean,
yeah. So more temp issues than tire sort of wear was the concern in that regard. Now, obviously, it's not been a while, but you've been a bit scarce on the screens as of late. Been on, I guess, on a few holidays and stuff. Obviously, I had the week off myself, so that sort of. I know a lot of the guys were like, I'm not racing if Bob's not broadcast. No. But
well, the week I think I raced the week you may have been gone. Week before I think was the week I was gone, I think.
I know it's been a while. I know there's been a few times I've looked at the points and gone, oh, Travis is wait, there's no Travis McDonald on the leaderboard. What the hell? You know, so it is good to have you back showing the boys how the McDonald's do it. Big up also where was it? Oh no, I've lost it. I had a like that I think came through, a follow that was one of yours, but might
have been Dad.
I think it was. I think it was your dad. So I was going to say big ups to him. Say thank you to him for all his support as well. He's sort of starting to be a lot more present, which is awesome. Struggling to think of what to talk about, and I know we've got to cut over to another race very soon. It was like I said with Tom. It was such a weirder track tonight in that that slick was in more of the apex of the turn, so a lot of the guys were setting on a sort of more tacky entrance. But once you get to that apex and you're really wide, that momentum loss sometimes kicking in, and the guys there was a bit of contact, a lot of door-to-door action. Not a lot of it led to cautions, but some did. It's probably my favorite thing about street stocks in any format, though, is that they do take a bashing, especially on a dirt track. A dirt track just, I think, adds a bit of extra armor to your car in an aura sense. But it's like I'm struggling. I don't want to just repeat what I said to Tom, but it's a good field. In that it's tough to race through. Unfortunately for you, you started alongside Mike and Mixer on that front row and sort of got off to that good outside highline start. Like I said before, though,
I did not think that was going to work. Well, I figured you'd had to. That was just like after the first initial restart, I thought, well, if I can repeat that, I'm okay because I can carry a little more momentum. You know, like entering the corner and like the last restart. Now I thought Mikey had me because I kind of made a little goof up on the restart, and he got a better one, but he touched that wall or the berm, and that was just enough to mess him up.
Now there were a couple like that, especially in the top 3, top 4. I think the other one was Brent Vanderwood, where it looked like there might have been something down low, but it was really low. So some of those times, if the angle was just a little bit higher than you wanted, it would have put that front right front right, no, front left.
Right.
Sorry, up on the burner bed, and yeah, those cars were getting a fair amount of lift off of that. It was almost what's the other one like at Knoxville? It was sort of very Knoxville reminiscent in terms of you can get it up there and lock it on there, and it will hold you around the turns, and you get a good run off of it. But if you're not on that right line, it'll just shoot up into the air, and you just once that front end's up in the air, you want to be pointing the direction you want to be going in because you're not going to be able to change it for a few seconds.
Oh Lord, yeah.
But
I mean, that track tonight, it seemed like if I entered low, it pushed you up in the center and you had to come out high, and it was like looser up there. So in the second feature, I tried to enter like up high, like start entering up high and dart towards the center where I could catch like the dry coming out.
Yep.
But more of the race went on, I started really kind of running the middle line the whole way. It just, you wasn't going from tacky to slick. It was kind of an easier transition to me.
Yep. All right, look, I don't want to cut this one short, but I'm just looking at the time, and there's very little practice time left, so I'm going to let you get onto that so we can switch on over to the other race. So good luck with that one. That one is going to be Midgets at, I've forgotten where we're racing. Fairbury, that's it. So good luck with that one. We'll have you back in the booth anytime we can. Obviously, that part is up to you. Before we let you go, though, brother, friends, family, sponsors, who do you need to give a shout-out to for making all this possible?
Always, Tom, you for doing it for us, and we get to go back and watch replays, and, you know, people like your family gets to come in and join, or friends, and kind of watch it, you know, on Facebook or whatnot. And, of course, all the guys here we race with, I mean, wouldn't for them, it wouldn't be a great fun league, and we have a good group of guys. We all get to cut up and have a good time. Just so you know, Tom Land just set the fastest time in practice in midgets.
Oh, nice.
But,
yeah.
You know, my shop for, you know, supporting me, and wife and kiddos for allowing me to do it also.
We're very lucky with the support that we get from our families and obviously the friends that come along and the friends we make in this journey. So no, it's awesome, man. All right, I'll let you go beat that time quickly before the track wears out, and we'll see you back on our screens very soon.
All righty. Appreciate you, Bob.
Thank you. All right, that was Travis McDonald along with Tom Land. We're just going to quickly jump over to the Shuler intro, and we'll get the Shuler Racing Series up. Aaron, I have seen your notes. I will get you just as soon as we get back from loading in, my man. And welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, racers, fans, and friends around the world.
That's not it.
Tonight we do things. Fans, welcome to the Shuler Racing Series, where horsepower meets heart and legends are made under the lights. First off, a huge special thanks to the boys at Knuckleheadz for putting this series together, and to Team DWR Dirt Warrior Racing for stepping up as our proud sponsor. Without either of them, this whole show wouldn't be possible. And remember, every lap, every slide job, every door-to-door battle you're about to witness will be called by the one, the only Bob with BobbethTV, the magician with the mic, the voice from the land down under, bringing you every ounce of the action! But before we drop the green, tonight, we remember the man behind the name, the man whose hands turned wrenches like an artist, whose heart beat with the sound of roaring engines, Phil Shuler. This series is for you! May you forever soar above the dirt tracks, riding with the warriors you built for, the racers you believed in, and the sport you loved with everything you had! Race fans, the stage is set, the engines are rumbling, the dirt is ready to fly! This is the Shuler Racing Series, and it's go time! For the sound of thunder and wheels, fuel in his veins, dirt under his heels. Phil Shuler built more than steel and chrome. He built a legacy drivers call home. White knuckle rides on a Saturday night, slide jobs flying under stadium lights. Every boat, every weld, every part he made, built for the brave who ain't afraid. This is the Shuler Racing Series, where legends are born and dreams ain't easy. He gave it all for the fearless few, for the ones who drive like they got nothing to lose. Dirt's flying, engines crying, hearts beating loud, feels riding with them in every lap now. It's more than a race, it's a tribute to flame, and we carry it on in the Shuler name. From the garage to the checkered line, he poured in love, he gave it time. Not just a car, it was a warrior shield, built for battle on that red clay field. Safety first for the bold and the fast, to make sure every driver makes it back. He was the heart, the soul, the spark. Now his legacy races through the dark. This is the Shuler Racing Series, where legends are born and dreams ain't easy. He gave it all for the fearless few, for the ones who drive like they got nothing to lose. Dirt's flying, engines crying, hearts beating loud, feels riding with them in every lap now. It's more than a race, it's a tribute to flame, and we carry it on in the Shuler name. Presented by Knuckleheadz, we fly that flag. Dirt Warrior Racing's got our backs in the pack. BobbethTV brings the heat to the screen. It's the wildest show this dirt's ever seen. This is the Shuler Racing Series. It's about love, grit, and white knuckle fury. From pit to podium, it's all fulfilled. His passion and drive are racing still. Dirt's flying, tires grinding, we light up the track with feel in our hearts. We ain't ever looking back. This is more than a race, it's a legend in flame, and we'll ride till the end in the Shuler name. Yeah, we ride every turn, every fight, fulfill under the lights.
All right, BobbethTV is back. You know what that means? Another episode of Mud Mule TV coming your way. Only 2 minutes left in practice, so we're going to get over to the no, whoops, that's the webcam. It's this one, sorry guys, we'll get it up there soon. There we go. This is the Knuckleheadz iRacing and Leagues Shuler Racing Series, where legends are made and dreams ain't easy. Oh, we don't have non-wing 360 sprints. We have Midgets at Fairbury Speedway. Let's get the times up on our screens. Have a look and see how the boys are doing. And I also want to welcome into the chat Aaron Rakoski over on Twitch, the 33AR. Talented little kid driver, young man now, young man. I've known this kid for about 5 years. His family's amazing, racing family. His sister can beat me in racing. But welcome in, Aaron. Nice to see you in there, brother. This series, so Sunday, so we're talking American time, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday nights. I broadcast the Knuckleheadz iRacing Leagues. Sunday nights they do dirt, street stocks, and UMP modifieds. Monday nights, which is obviously tonight, we do the asphalt street stocks and the non-wing variety of sprint cars. And then tomorrow night we'll do the limited late models. They do have an I rating cap of about 2,500, 3,000, I think. But look them up on Facebook if you're interested. Knuckleheadz iRacing League. A very, very cool league. No, not really a bunch of heroes racing for checkered flags. It's a bunch of people just racing because they enjoy racing people. Tom Land still quick time 12.478. That is a significant quick time 12.603 for Dawson Potter, 12.648 for Travis McDonald. Looks like we've just got a 6-car field here tonight. Wayne Bridges, Brian Angel, and Mike Davis rounding out the rest of the field. We do have a few drivers down. We know that Chad Puttable, for one, unfortunately tied up with life, so not able to make it, among other drivers that would normally be out on the track. Brian Angel, Wayne Bridges, Charles McDonald all getting out on the track. There is Brian Angel. Bunch of Wayne Bridges. Mike Davis is also out there. Travis McDonald still going. Let's see who's going to get the quick time first. Brian Angel's going to set it with a 12.753. Wayne Bridges is going to say, well, 12.687 will counter that. Let's see if anyone else has got something better than 12.6. $12.5 for Mike Davis, 12.2 for Wayne Bridges, 12.268 is our current quick time. Whoa, Dawson Potter doing wheel stands there. So Travis able to set a quicker time than Tom Land initially before I said that, but then Tom got that second lap in, 12.406. Moves himself up into second place. Wayne Bridges, quick time 12.268. That is fast. It's good to be back watching Mud Mule TV. It's been a long time. It has been, my man. It has been a long time. I've been trying to keep an eye on you guys. Obviously, you're in the chat, the group chat, so you know when I'm talking to your dad about you all. Speaking of which, congratulations to Aaron Rakoski. Some of you may not know this, but if you're a fan of the old Mud Mule channel and the old Mud Mule team, Big Performance, etc., you will know the Rakoski family, and you'll know that Aaron is a bit of an accomplished kart racer. Well, he recently, about a week ago, participated in the 212 over at Dreamfield Speedway and officially took out 5th place in a field of 25 at least. His sister Eva got 11th. So congratulations, guys. And I think you took out 5th place in the Halloween Havoc at home as well. So, yeah, Aaron's still doing the kart thing and, yeah, still keeping an eye on that, brother. Love to your dad and your sisters and that for me, man. All right, so qualifying being pushed through. We're just going to have the 6 cars in this field. I feel like that is going to be a very small, no, just that one heat we're going to have. It's going to be Wayne Bridges and Tom Land on the front row. Travis McDonald, Mike Davis second. Third row is going to be Dawson Potter and Brian Angel. So finishing order will set the inside and outside lines. They will start how they finish. Got a third at home, but thank you. Been plugging away with the karting stuff. Hoping to be at a big car soon. Yeah, your dad was saying, I can't remember what it was. It's like a, is it like a, I might be completely misremembering this, but I feel like it's like a midget late model type of car. Bigger than a kart, smaller than a race car. But no, you guys, yeah, I've often said to your dad, I'm hanging on to the fact that I get to say I knew those guys when they were, before they were famous. watching interviews on Flow TV with Aaron Rakoski winning Daytona. No. All right, heat 1 is going to be 6 laps here at Fairbury Speedway. Oof, those wheel stands, you've really got to judge how much throttle you give these things on a takeoff. But Travis McDonald cut down through that low line nicely. Looks like he was able to build up that speed well. But the 91, Tom Land, he is not going to give this one up without a fight. The 92, Wayne Bridges, back there in 3rd. And it's Dawson, Potter 4th, Brian Andrew currently 5th, and Mike Davis 6th. It's going to be follow the leader as this is heat 1. The track really not that worked up, so I feel like this is going to be our finishing order. Travis is going to keep working that low line though. Northeast modified. When I get famous, I'll remember all of you. I'll get better. You're better. Because I will milk that. I will milk it once you're famous, son. That's it. I'll be telling everyone. Let's just Google Northeast modified. Yeah, that's the things I'm looking at. They're not as small as I imagined, but yeah. That's. Oh, I can't wait to see you driving one of them. Oh. There we go. Heat 1 done and dusted. Well, the heat's done and dusted, actually. I don't think it's a twin main event here tonight. Nope, straight into our 30 lapper. All right, results are as follows. Mo Digging Mafias, Mike Davis in 6th. Yacht Outlaws, Brian Angel 5th. KHR's Vera and Dawson Potter 4th. Wayne Bridges in 3rd. Travis McDonald 2nd. Tom Lando in 1st. The grid, that means... Oh, wait, was that the result? Yep, and then the grid... It's going to be Tom Land and Travis McDonald on that front row. Wayne Bridges and Dawson Potter 2nd. Brian Angel and Mike Davis on that 3rd and final row as we start our last feature race for the night. Just the Motor International Limited late models tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in, guys and girls. This feature race is still to come. Racing 30 laps over Speedway Dirt Midgets. This is the Shuler Racing Series. Just waiting on the money tree. Oh yeah. Dad's got all that property. Tell him to plant a couple. Tom Land, Travis McDonald, Wayne at Bridges, Dawson Potter. Wayne and Dawson, though, side by side. Wayne's on the low line, Dawson up high. Wayne has the advantage through the apex. The straightaways belong to Dawson, though. Travis up into the wall a little bit there. Not going to slow him down too much, but certainly going to upset that run that he had coming up on Tom Land there lap-wise. 12.485 to 12.6. Didn't have the quicker lap. It's that lap, though. Due to the wall hit, Tom was quicker. Sorry, I went to mute myself before I coughed, smacked my microphone, the button wasn't where it was supposed to be. Dawson's turn to slam up into the wall. Similar lap times that last lap. Dawson Potter 12.613, 12.612 for Travis McDonald, but then got the McDonald curse, hit the wall. That is going to upset that run. Yeah, 12.54 to 12.71. Oh, looks like it was Wayne Bridges up into the wall there. That's going to bring out our first caution. Yep, definitely it was Wayne. He'll come through the turns. It's the exit that gets him. That rear taps, sends the front end into the wall, sends him spinning. That's our first caution for the night. All right, first third of this race in the bag, 10 laps in, still 21 to come. It'll be lap 11, so 20 to come when we get this underway. Got the better start on that restart. He does seem to be able to build that speed a little bit quicker. Tom Land back there in second after that restart. Dawson Potter still in third. Mike Davis, Brian Angel, Wayne Bridges, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Lap of the first half of this 30 lap feature race, 15 laps in, still 15 to come. Oof, Tom a little bit slidey there. Oh, looks like he might have bounced off that wall a little bit. Oh, I just got the nick on the on the 99 of Michael Mad Dog Davis. There's, Tom Land there. See it from here. Tom slams the wall, gets very sideways. Looked like he was going to save it, but just a little nick on the 99 as he came past. But then got the burn, and that sent him flipping around over and over. Frida, thanks for the follow, brother. Frida, go, mate. Thank you. Crazy to think you were there when I first started 4 to 5 years ago. Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure watching you lot grow up. You've grown into a dude, absolute talent on the track, whether virtual or real. It's I'm very grateful for coming across iRacing. It's led me to some wonderful, wonderful people. Right, we're back off and racing. It looks like now it's going to be Travis McDonald in the race lead. Also quite a second. Wayne Bridges currently third with Brian Angel, Tom Land, and Mike Davis fourth, fifth, and sixth. Looks like Travis really working at that low line. Seemed to have picked up about 4/10 of a second. Doesn't pick it up that time, or it does, but sort of seems to be taken back along the straightaways. Get to lap 19. Almost 10 laps remain. This one a very quick race. Bit of a lower car count than usual. But we did know coming in that we were going to be short a few drivers. Unfortunately, otherwise indisposed. Oh no, Tom Lance spun out again, it looks like there. That's going to bring out our second caution, 21 laps in. There he is there, the red 91 Motor International, just coming through that slick. Oh, just set for a very high portion turn, but very low on the track, so the car just flicked right out. Racing again, lap 22 of 30. Travis still staying with that low line. It is working well. One last quick look around the track. As you say, the Travis caution has come out at lap 26. Let's have a quick look at my telemetry. Oh no, it looks like it was Wayne Bridges. Let's have a quick look. Was in third place at the time. Battling for third there with, looks like Brian Angel. And, yeah, just spins out, goes up into the wall, gets onto the brakes. Not too much damage, but nonetheless, still a caution. Possibly our last restart for the night. Lap 26 of 30, just 4 and a bit laps remain in our racing day. Dawson Potter makes something happen. Can Tom Land come back? And Travis McDonald hold on? We've only got a few laps to find out. Looks like Tom coming down to that low line though. He's seen what Travis has been doing. I don't think it feels as natural for him as his normal racing line for this one. Well, Travis got a bit loose there. Not sure what happened. Can Dawson come by and sneak by? White flag lap. He's going to race for his second win in a league ever. But Travis down low gets the good run through that low line. What's Dawson going to do here? I don't know if he's going to be able to make it run from there. No, he's not. Travis is just going to hold on by 500ths, almost 600ths of a second. Let's just go back to, we'll go back to here for a second. Then we'll go to Travis. He's look at that. That's how close to that line he got there on that run. Not so bad on that one. A little bit of front wheel lift. This one? Yeah, you got that front left up there, but no, that wasn't the one that... trying to find the one that Dawson almost got him on. Caution there. But this one here, there it is there. It looked like he just cut off a little bit of speed. No? Maybe here. There, that looked like the one. But let's get back to our live screens. Get our results up. No, that's Heat 1's results. We want the feature results. All right, Wayne Bridges in 6th. Yoda Outlaws, Brian Angel finished 5th. Motoring Murphy's Mike Davis 4th. Motor International's Tom Land in 3rd. KHR's Vero Dawson Potter almost got it done. It said almost 6 hundredths of a second, but it says 3.5 hundredths of a second there. Travis McDonald is our back-to-back winner, though. Let's get over to the Discord. All right, Frida Go says, might have to dig out my old G27. That's what I started on, Frida. Got given a free G27 and went from there. Just going to suck some into the race. Yeah, KC would have been nice to have you out there. Do I still talk to the big guys? Yeah, yes, a lot of the guys are, and I still chat too. But just haven't been racing with anyone in ages outside of this group here. All right, I heard the door open and close. Look, I said I'd have you back in the booth any time you could get up here. That part was up to you, Travis. Didn't mean, I mean, obviously, congratulations, but...
You didn't win so quick, huh?
Yeah, welcome back, brother. Now, it looked like Tom was going to run away with that one at the start. It looked like, yeah, he was going to be the man to beat. Wasn't the quick time when it came down to it in qualifying for Tom, but was certainly quick to get that car into that race lead. Only a couple of cautions and a quick turnaround on that restart allowed you to get that race lead, and you pretty much ran with it. That inside line.
I screwed the last 2 laps.
Yeah. Dawson, I was like, is Dawson going to get his second win, second league win ever? He was coming back, and the finish on the telemetry said, on the live telemetry, said it was like 0.5058, so almost 6 hundredths of a second.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
But on the results page that I'm looking at now, it's saying 3.035, so even closer. And it was. I don't think Dawson, I don't think you could have put your foot further down on that pedal any harder coming out of that turn. That was such a run home.
Oh, yes. I was paddling it coming out of 4 because he kept wanting to ride a wheelie, and I was like, no, it's got to stay down, or he's going to beat me. You know, it was going through my head like, if it rears a wheelie, I'm done.
And we saw that.
But I think
actually. There's a few cars on that start. I think even Tom, if you go back and watch the very first start, he did a wheel stand and still managed to sort of outstart a lot of the guys. That's how, you know, there is a fine line. You can put your foot down and the wheel stand can occur and you can still take off quick. But for the most part, you don't want too much lift. But we saw a bit of that. I do enjoy the midgets and the sprints for that factor, though.
Right. Yeah, they are fun watching them stand up every now and then. It's kind of fun driving it when it does it, but it can put a pickle on you real quick.
Yep. You're turning right and the car's just not moving. It's just like heading in that same, you go, okay, I got to let off a little bit, get those wheels down. But Fairbury Speedway, for me, it's more of a, I mean, it's racy with anything. I think late models are the stars at this track, but geez, the midgets really looked nice. Only the 6 of them out on the track tonight. We knew we were going to be missing a few people, computer issues and life just getting in the way. Some of our usual drivers not able to race, but there was still some good one-on-one positional battles. A couple of the guys really making it hard for some of you guys, or some of the other guys, sorry, Tom Land especially, to race his way back up through. Do the midgets drive differently to, say, the wingless variety of the cars? Because I just imagine a wingless 305, you know, for 305 or 360 is hard enough to handle if you don't know how to use the wing management sort of well. So taking the wings off just seems so counterproductive. Now, a midget obviously doesn't have wings. It's a little bit smaller, but a bit more snappier. How do you combat them? Is it just as much throttle control as possible? Is it more luck? What is it?
I think the midgets have a lot more throttle control than like 305 non-wings because they wheel stand so easily. You know, and they're so snappy. It's a toss up in one way. Once you learn the midgets, they're funner to drive in a way. Like you can slang them a little harder. You know, you can do a lot more stuff with them and make them stick than you can like a 305, in my opinion. I like them better than a 305 or 360 non-wing. I mean, if you're on a bigger track, you know, of course the sprint non-wings is pretty cool and pretty fun, but on the small tracks like these midgets, man, they're a blast.
Yep. Now it looked like for a lot of the times, with the exception of those last few laps, that you were pretty much on a rail with that low line. Was that just did it come back? Did it never really go away? It looked really good at the start of the race and in the heat, obviously with the track not so ripped up, but this track being a little bit bigger, you can it can handle it. But what was the secret? What was like? Were you just making it happen? Like it just
game. Yeah, I know what you mean. My game plan was I went in. I done a -16 like for qualifying, and I went to a -18 on my steering offset for the heat.
Jesus.
It tightened my car up a whole lot. I went to -20 for the feature.
Yeah.
And my whole sole purpose of that was I figured Tom was going to go to the high side because that's where he ran in the heat. So I was like, well, if I can run 15 or 20 laps roughly up top and stay competitive, then my tires is going to be burn off enough that I can stick it back on the low line and not come up on, you know, because I tried it at the beginning and dude, it's just, every time I touched the throttle coming out of the corner, it just stood up. So I thought, burn my tires up a little bit. I'm going back to low because I know it's faster down there with these things. I mean, you're fast at the high line, don't get me wrong, like, but you have to hit it perfect, stay on the berm, and pretty much your foot in it. But on the low line, to me, the key is back out of it at the flag stand, tap the brake, set your car up.
Yep.
Because you want it against those tires, and you want to keep momentum and some wheel spin, because if you ever let it do like it done me and get too loose, and the time you straighten it up, you're still tacky. All it wants to do is ride a wheelie. Like you can't do much with it.
Yeah. No, what we saw was, speaking of the speeds through the turns and such, especially once Dawson became your second place competitor, through the turns, you would get that gap for around 0.8 tenths to almost a second sort of difference. But by the time you sort of hit the exit and got to the entrance of the next lot of turns, Dawson would have that right back to about a 4 or 5 tenths of a second, half a second sort of gap. So yeah, it's
right.
It's showing that, and we do say that like a lot of the time, if someone's racing a midline battle, that high line, that momentum, yeah, sure, you're going to get the run from the straightaways. You're going to beat them to the start-finish line. It's going to be a good strategy. But if that car's a little bit lower on the track, even right down on the low line itself, which is where you were, then yeah, the high line, it's going to keep you in the battle. But it's like we say with race speed, it's going to close the gap, but you're not going to have anything to set something up. You're not going to have any room for a slider. You're not going to be able to sort of carry that nose between the car and the wall. It's sort of just regaining that ground. And as I guess a lead car, that's what you want. You want that gap to be just big enough that the guys waste everything they've got to get to you and nothing left in reserve. And then you've just got to make sure that, and like we say, most of the time anyway, you're waiting on an unforced error. So you just sort of make sure that you're still hitting your marks, still doing your thing. That you don't sort of give them that open door, and it is so rare to do so. So to have that finish, I did not expect a finish under 0.04 of a second gap. That was such a run to the start-finish line. I think we've created a monster in Dawson, getting his first victory yesterday. But it's a good kind of monster. So it's going to be fun to watch these battles. That you're able to get it over the line. Just one more race to go in our racing week. That is the late models, the Motor International Limited late models. We will be going on over to.
I'm not for sure where it's at.
Is it Kokomo? I believe it's Kokomo. I could be wrong.
Yes, it is. Yes.
I'm wrong in the denial of my rightness. Yeah, Kokomo. So that's going to be a fun track. similar to tonight with like Huset, and this one's got a little bit of a burn as well. So we'll see how that low line racing works out for you. Oh, thanks for the follow, Talon AU, appreciate it. But before we let you go, Trav, congratulations, back-to-back victories. You might not have been an overall winner in the Wayneswood Arse Racing Series, but back-to-back feature victories is no laughing matter. So congratulations. Before we let you go, we've heard about them before. Can never hear about them enough, though. Friends, family, sponsors, who do you want to give a shout-out to?
Always, you, Bob, for broadcasting for us, where everybody can go back and watch and whatnot. And, of course, the league, all the members in it for putting on a good, fun race for everyone. And friends and family, that support me doing it. Shop for, raising the money for me, too. Of course, got to put a little work for that. But, it does pan out. Sucks at times, but it works. And that's about all I can think of off the top of my head, Bob.
No, that is a good group of people. It's a wonderful little group we've got going on here, and we hear it enough, but not it's so well deserved. 2 great races, 2 good outcomes, and still one more exciting race to go. So best of luck. Look, like we say, we'll have you back in the booth anytime when it's up to you. But we've got one more race tomorrow, so look, we'll keep the seat warm just in case. But we'll see how you go.
Appreciate you, Bob.
Appreciate you, man. Best of luck tomorrow, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. All right, that was Travis McDonald, our winner here tonight in a very small 6-car Shuler Racing Series field. Exciting nonetheless. Dawson Potter, great race. Travis, great race, Dawson. I joke when I say we've created a monster, but I'm loving it, man. That run to the finish, holy cow. All right, I want to throw out a few shout-outs. Andy and Jamie Hunt, Donald Potter, Brian Angel Sr., Dawson Potter, Aaron Rakoski, Brent Vanderwood, Free to Go, mate, and Taylor AU for the follows, the likes, the shares. I also want to thank, obviously, Dawson, Free to Go, Casey, Aaron, Brent, who else was in the chat? Harper, Chad, unfortunately not able to race here tonight. Thanks for tuning in nonetheless. All right, guys, there's one more race to go tomorrow. That is approximately 10 hours. No, not 10 hours, 22 hours from now. I can't tell the time properly, but we'll get there eventually. All right, you know the drill. Love is all. Boy.